yeah, here
on
it is.
Halloween.
Shut
Yes.
Dude, yeah.
No way.
So they took all of these pictures for their, I'm sure that's going to be really the best one, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's the whole, what was it? I think the whole O-line did all different haircuts like
Bro.
this.
Yeah.
It is
Sick.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Man, that one right there.
That one, bro.
Can you grow that when you go to the world stage?
Oh, man. Yeah, I probably could. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Talk about shock and awe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
here's
there
a
we
few
go.
others, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That one is sick.
That one is sick.
Is that
He looks
Rufio
good.
from
Dude,
from
it
the
is.
hook.
The Hook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? You are listening to the Built for War podcast. I am your host, Austin Trotter, accompanied by my co-host, Mr. Michael Musick.
What's up, String Freaks?
And we also have another gentleman here in the studio-esque today, Mr. Alex Kelley.
Yay.
What's going on, Alex?
Thanks for having me, guys.
Hey,
This is
buddy.
a lot better setup than last time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's not three of us trying to like look
Jam back
over
in.
at each other and yeah.
Yeah, if you guys don't know what we're talking about, scroll down the YouTube page if you guys are on the
I'm
YouTube.
pulling it up right now.
So he's going to put it up on the big screen for Spotifyers. And watch. Alex is actually one of our OG guests on the podcast. And
yeah, number 9.
number 9, bro. So yeah, way before we had the setup in here and then the equipment and so forth. And oh my God.
Yeah.
Look at us.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Hey, props to you guys though for sticking to it. What was that? 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you guys are still doing it. So
say-
props
yeah.
to you guys for sticking
Thanks.
to it.
Yeah, we had our original goal of like, all right, well, once we got serious and like putting it out every week, which is such a big thing anymore.
Yeah.
So it's constant content. And then we're like 100 episodes. If
Yeah.
you can do 100 episodes and if nothing has grown or progressed, you suck. Get off the radio.
Yeah.
What are you at now?
We're at
76.
76.
All right, 3/4 of the way.
We're at, we're at
See, that's what I said. 3/4 to 100. Oh, I'm sorry. Episodes.
54.
Sorry.
54 is about to come out.
My bad.
Okay.
I was
So this
thinking-
will be 55.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we're only like halfway, dude. So
It's just hard though, because it's like once a week. It
Yeah.
takes some time, right? Because there's only 52 weeks in a year. So,
it takes
Yeah.
a minute. Yeah.
but
So
even then, we'll be doing this probably the rest of our
we're gonna do it
lives.
forever.
So.
I don't care. No one's listening.
Hey, you guys like listen to yourselves talk? I admire it.
I'm not gonna say I don't, but real quick before we get super deep into it, did want to let you guys know everything on the Built for War website is live right now. Make sure you guys go to www.builtforwarstrength.com. Go buy you a t-shirt. We'll get it out to you the next day.
Absolutely.
Let's see. For those of you guys that are watching on the YouTube, we appreciate it. Just take a chance to like, subscribe, leave us a little comment, and yeah.
Yeah, dude. Just keep showing the love. We appreciate it. And all you guys on Spotify or any of those kind of things, love all the downloads, appreciate all the ratings and everything else. So if you guys can just keep doing that, just show love, and we show love to you. You know what I mean?
We'll show you all the love. So how's things been?
Things have been good. I mean, I've had a couple big life changes, I guess.
Yeah.
So last time I was on this podcast, I was teaching special ed and
Yep.
did that all the way until last December. And kind of I was at the point where I was like, okay, I can teach special ed and be a very, very good local strongman. Like, kind of show up at the events, win local ones, maybe go to a couple regionals, and that's what I was going to do. But I decided to kind of dive head in first to strongman just to see, because, you know, like realistically, probably I probably have 5 more years to just be this big and this strong.
Yeah.
I was like, teaching's always going to be there. So I stepped away from teaching, kind of dove head first into strongman. Training's going very well. It's very hard. Started taking on clients at my gym.
Yep.
Coaching high school football kids
Sick.
and a couple strongmen. So yeah, it's That's the journey right now.
Yeah. And you got married not too long ago as well.
I did. Yeah. I got married last year too.
Yep.
Yeah. And then I quit my job.
That's kind of what I did. I had a kid and basically quit my job. No, that's awesome. Because let's see. The last competition, the bigger one that you were in was USS Worlds, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How did all that go?
That one. So my focus heading into that was the OSG online qualifiers. My coach basically said I won't allow you to half-ass two things. You got to pick one and full ass it.
Yeah.
So went all in on those OSG qualifiers. I barely missed the mark.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big show this year. There's a lot of fucking animals walking onto that stage. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch it, but it's also good to just get that fire going too. Like I should be there. I've beaten a lot of those guys there, but that's just the way it shaped up.
Yeah.
So USS Worlds was 2 weeks after that, and I was just like, you know what, this will be my last strawman competition where I just go in and have fun. I didn't train for it at all. Like I touched circus dumbbell once, like the week before, and before that circus dumbbell, I touched it in like April. So it's been a few months since I did circus dumbbell.
Right.
Yeah.
It's normally how circus dumbbell comps go for me too. I don't touch it until like the week before, and then I'm like,
You have to.
that makes
still got
sense.
it.
Yeah. That's how Sunday paper was for me. I don't think I'd only touched that dumbbell once before. And then I was like, well, I'm just going to do my best, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's cool. How did comp look like? It went good. You pulled a deadlift PR too, right?
Yeah. So that was the highlight for me. Well, it worked out for the deadlift because at OSG I was training for a 2-rep max deadlift. Mm-hmm. So just, it worked out where I ended up pulling 805.
Sick.
And I had no idea I could do that. Like, I was kind of stuck at deadlifts for a year.
Okay.
And, since I quit my job, just changing, shifting mindsets and stuff. And,
Absolutely.
the most I had pulled up until the OSG qualifier was 745. I ended up doing 770 for a double for OSG. And then I was slated to pull 785 at USS Worlds. And as I was walking out onto the stage, basically like, hey, we misloaded the weight. I said, stop. Don't tell me what you have on there.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, I literally, I was already in that zone. I'm like, I'm pulling 785, right? And, so I go out there, I'm like, okay, I don't care what this weight is. Like,
absolutely.
Just me, it's me versus that bar.
Yeah.
100%.
And, I pulled it. It was RPE 9.999. Like, if a fly landed on that, it probably wouldn't have gotten it.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then I put the weight down. The guy's like, hey, you just pulled 805.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
It was
dude.
pretty awesome. I was stoked on that.
That's so awesome.
That is super
Yeah,
awesome.
I
Was
saw
it let's see, was it suited?
No.
No,
Raw.
so,
Yeah.
okay. So that's a raw.
I did have
85.
figure 8 straps though.
Yeah. But
Even then though, you're not much of a fan of suits anyways, if I remember.
Dude, I've been trying to break in the suit for 5 weeks. It's still just miserable.
yeah, I actually just started.
Go down more.
Go. There
Keep
it
going
is.
down. Keep it right there.
Right there.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, so you can see there.
Oh yeah.
That was a.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Man, you aren't kidding, man. If a fly would have landed on that, it would have been game over for you. That's awesome though. That's a big fucking pull.
Well, congrats, bro.
Yeah,
You're in
thank
the
you.
800s. Fuck. That's a big mark.
Uncalibrated
That
plates
is.
too, so it
Yeah.
could have been like 840. Who knows?
Absolutely, dude.
Oh well, I'll go with that too.
I like that.
I think it was like 840.
Yeah.
I believe that, bro. I mean,
Plus the
'cause-
collars, I'd say 845.
Yeah, like
minimum.
we're almost at 880.
Absolutely. Is that a regulated bar? That's got to be like 55 pounds.
Yeah, something like that.
Something
We
like
might
that.
as well just round up to 1,000. Call it.
That's sick, dude.
That's funny. So do any of your students miss you or anything like that, or do you keep in touch with any of your students or the old faculty? Or
I keep in touch with some of the old faculty people, but I worked with a very impacted population.
yeah,
I have a master's. I'm an autism specialist. So
okay,
Yeah.
a lot of those kids, it's kind of the beauty of it. Like, they don't really care that you're this massive human being who lifts these weights. They're like, they just want to play basketball, or they want to go on a walk.
Absolutely. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'll go on
walks
a
are
walk,
huge. Yeah, walks are huge.
Yeah. So
Heck yeah.
yeah.
That's super awesome though. So you've been basically, let's see, you've been head first into all of this. What is your next comp then, now that kind of OSG is about to happen here in about a month? Are you just going to start going back to, what is that, regional qualifiers for OSG and try to hit that stage? Or do you want an SC comp to go to the Arnold? Kind of where are you going from here?
Probably going to take a break from the Arnold this year. It was just, I don't know. I just haven't had good days at the Arnold. But the next one is, shout out to Brando Barrett, the Olympic City Pro-Am.
Okay.
March
There you go.
23rd.
There you
So
go. Okay.
Again, it's kind of one of those things where my coach and I, looked at the drawing board. It's like, okay, so you take a guy like Thomas Evans, right? He just competed at
Yep.
Worlds, Rogue, and the Arnold,
Yep.
right? He was in my same position a year ago.
Yep.
What he did was he won the Arnold, won the Shaw Classic. All of a sudden, he's at Worlds and the Rogue and the Open Arnold and all that. So, Olympic City Pro-Am, that's a qualifier for America's Strongest Man.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Okay.
Yeah, so the goal is to win Olympic City and then try my hand at America's Strongest Man, going against guys like Bobby Thompson.
I was going
and
to say,
Evan
you're going
Singleton.
against the best.
Yeah, and if I can
hang with them,
or
yeah.
even maybe beat a couple of them, like then that'll start getting the ball rolling. Like,
Okay.
hey, who is this? He beat Bobby Thompson.
100% right.
Yeah, so it's just picking and choosing those. Like, obviously the Shaw Classic, I literally got 12th in the qualifiers this year because I had 410 a hand farmers. It was just a straight 25-foot run. The farmer's hander literally broke 2 feet in front.
Bro.
And they didn't give that to you?
No, Brian Shaw, he's very strict judge. Like, you go like, hey,
Well, yeah. but
everyone
if it's
should
an
go 25 feet.
If it's an equipment failure.
Well, I see what you're saying, but at the end of the day, I need to be good enough to, like, hey, it broke. Let me bring out another pair of farmers.
Exactly. Have
Like-
the endurance to be like, oh, okay, no big deal.
Like,
Reload
yeah.
it, give me 5 minutes, and I'll be right back.
Right.
And I'll go run that shit.
And I wasn't. I
You're
tried
right,
it
you
2 more
max
times
little-
after
yeah,
that.
you're just like, yeah, I feel
Yeah,
that. I get what you're saying.
it's one of those things where you just can't leave it at the hands of any judge or a ref or anything. You just got to be good enough to do it.
Yeah, that's
100%.
fair.
100%.
Yeah. I don't have any hard feelings of like him not even looking at anything, but
Yeah.
I understand.
Right. And that's kind of the name of this game anyway. With any kind of competition or qualifiers, it seems like, dude, at any moment, like, you think you're there, it's your time. It's like, this is it, and then something stupid happens that could just backtrack you. But that's what I love so much about strongman. Like, just listening to your words right now, the perseverance that we constantly have, right? You get shut down. Oh man, I trained for this qualifier all fucking year. I was ready in the gym. And then something just stupid happens. And that's to normal people. Shit, on a daily basis, people get crushed their souls from something stupid.
Well,
you know what
and
I
it's
mean?
funny because, like, you've done plenty of competitions.
Yeah.
I know 2 competitions that
God.
you've done where you've led first all day,
All
and then
day.
that last event,
Gone.
it just fucking
Gone.
shoots you down to
That's
third.
what I mean. And it's
Yeah.
like and it's something that is like a well trained, and it's like no problems. And something stupid happens, and it's like, and I feel like that's what's so amazing about the sport is just like most people would get very distraught and like not want to, like, fuck this, like, this is stupid, or like injuries, and it's something to learn off of and grow back. And like you said, I just need to be strong enough to be able to fucking reload that weight and go do it again.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. I'm not ready yet. I'm not there yet. And
Yeah, that's fair.
You know
It's
what I
still
mean?
it still is just fucking.
oh, it's annoying as fuck.
It's
Yeah, I
annoying
would have
because-
been
No.
9th place. And I
yeah,
would have
see, that's what I
punched my
mean, right?
ticket.
Done.
Yeah.
Like, boom, we're done.
But-
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
and that's the problem is that when it's an equipment
yeah.
a manufacturing failure, then it's like,
Right,
especially like 2 feet before the finish line.
right.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like do you just kind of round up to the next number and give it to him? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. I get, man, I don't know.
It's hard.
It's such a conflicting issue because it's like, well, it should be on the promoter to have shit that's going to work no matter what. especially at a stage like that? Or is it that you should be able to pick up another set of handles and run it again?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and this one was in the gym. It wasn't at any
Comp or something.
or anything.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just like,
Yeah, it was like
the farmers at the
video,
gym.
Okay.
Yeah, the video.
Okay.
qualifier.
I thought it was
Oh,
at
I get what
the
you're
Shaw
saying.
Classic.
I get
That's
no,
why I was
oh,
like,
I
got you.
that's why I was like, you
I
didn't
get
just
what you're
give it to
saying.
you?
I get what
Yeah.
you're saying. Yeah, like you're at the in the middle of your run or something, and it snaps and breaks, and they're like, "Sorry, we're just gonna hit you for marks."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So that's why I was
This
like,
is his videos for the online qualifier for the shot class.
okay.
So he was doing it at like Gym 5 probably.
I went up to Cheyenne,
Oh,
the ATR guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So either way, like, damn, right there, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you're just gonna learn from that, and that's gonna make you hungrier. And
Yeah. I
stronger,
mean,
and
seriously,
so-
it's not, it's just what it is.
Right.
Like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, go again.
and right, and that's this game as well. Like, you know, after one bad event that you trained or whatever, and let it get you down, it's one of those like we have to have very what is that? You forgive and forget, kind of like really quick.
Yeah.
You know, just dismiss it, like whatever, get on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. So yeah, and at that level. So if you guys don't know, like Alex is at that part in his career right now where he is nipping with those guys in open OSG or the Shaw that, like he was saying, like Thomas Evans, like
Or the Worlds.
that's what I mean. He is literally those guys that like are qualifying for World's Strongest Man, like, you know, they're going up against the best of the best, like the beast. So, dude, you're right there though. Like, fuck.
The amount of progress I've made, I would say in the last 8 weeks.
I was just getting ready to say,
yeah. Like I went from a 745 deadlift
right,
to
to
805.
805.
On Tuesday, I had the best set of log I ever had.
Really?
It was a 4x4 at 340.
Okay.
And the first round of the Open Shaw Classics, 340 for 4 is what I hit in comp on a peak.
Right, on a peak. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now I'm just doing it for sets.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. So now that you are like a full-time strongman, do you think your progression is coming from? Well, I'm sure it's multiple things, but from maybe like the less strenuousness of like a full-time job and, you know, and all these different things.
Like being able to focus more on
or is it,
the sport.
Yeah, is it more
Yeah.
like a body thing because you're not straining yourself so much, or is it more of like on the side is like, yeah, now your job is strongman, like you're so honed in on what it is that you're doing.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a mentality thing.
Yeah.
I think I could have done it while teaching.
Yeah.
It just, you know, would have been, I would have had to get everything more dialed in. But now
Right.
it's a mentality of, you know, like I took this risk. My wife took this risk
Absolutely,
too. Now
right.
it's real. Like, how do you shift from that mindset of like, yeah, I'm good regionally. That's,
Right,
you know,
right.
that's who I am.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, how do I reach that next level?
100%.
So that's something my coach and I have been working on. You know, he had a heart to heart. He again, it was like, do you want to be the best regionally or do you want to be the best in the world?
Right.
So he's very good. His name is Alex Lewis. Algol Performance on Instagram.
There you go. Shout him out.
Alex, his name is Alex also, but Alex is super good at just like observing things.
Okay.
So what he has been observing is like, how does Mitchell Hooper go throughout his day?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you spell that?
ALGHUL. Yeah, there you
There
go.
it is. Cool.
So Alex is super good at just like observing and looking at those things that somebody like a Mitchell Hooper does. And
Yeah.
Mitchell Hooper honestly, I would say he's one of the first like real athletes.
Yeah, I would have
Just
definitely
pure
agree with
athletes.
that.
Yes.
In strongman. You have like Alexei Novikov too and stuff.
Right.
but
Right.
there's just something different about the mindset that Mitchell Hooper brings.
I agree.
It seems like everything he does serves a purpose.
Very much. So.
Everything is definitely calculated with Mitchell Hooper.
Very calculated.
Everything.
Like
Yes.
how,
Everything.
you know, when he wakes up, what he eats, you know, what you know, how he goes throughout his day, like
Yeah.
how he trains.
Mm-hmm.
How he trains, I think, is the one that my coach has been looking at a lot, and we're kind of emulating that.
Absolutely.
Because he trains like an athlete. He's not just in there deadlifting
just right,
and squatting
right.
4 days a week.
No,
Yeah.
no. A lot of conditioning, a lot of
Yeah.
movements, a lot of
You know, he'll walk 30 minutes a day. and-
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah. So
And
so
then-
we're emulating that.
That's it. Well, world's strongest man.
Yeah.
Now Rogue, fucking winner.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I mean, best in the world to look at. And I do agree. He is very, he's different, right? Like he just, I feel like, and it's in a good way, like seeing the different personalities come out through the sport. But yeah, he's a very calculated kind of person, and like an adaptability, and that's in strongman, right? So certain things, like, he's not over here killing himself doing these kinds of things, but then on the day he can adapt so well, and that's like a true athlete in a sense, you know. And I know he hones so much on life stress and sleep and recovery is like, you know, such a huge thing where people may like not look at that and they look like just like macros, like, you know, sessions, macros.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta get the session.
Yeah, I gotta get the session. I gotta get the proteins.
It's a very, very two-sided thing when it comes to training and food, like intake. But yeah, he definitely takes it to a whole different level of, okay, if I eat this at this time on this day, then this muscle will fire this way type of deal.
Yeah.
Like he dives into it at a fucking biomechanical level.
Absolutely.
That's crazy.
And then he just gets off on the neurological side beyond most
he has like a master's in
right. He teaches
too.
people. That's he circles his life around that. So, well, that's a great way to do it, dude. And I believe that you're gonna be, and you know, and I like that. I like that, you know, you took that risk like that. It's almost like you jumped in the fire. Like, fuck, I'm not gonna burn. Like you know, you made that decision. Your wife made that decision. So it's like, you're gonna find out right now if you can handle this or not. So,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Where if like you still had your job and like something goes wrong, it's like, well, we're still making money, and like, you know, like it's okay if I miss that show, and like where it's like, no, dog, like
this is everything.
like this is everything. I'm not going. Yeah. So,
well, I mean, I would say in a sense it was an easy decision to make because it's not like there's going to be a surplus of special ed teachers anytime soon. So we were like, hey, let's. When we first started, she goes, let's give it a year.
Okay.
And you know, honestly, I'm super blessed right now. So I've started training high school football athletes and a couple strongmen out of my gym.
Yeah.
And it's starting to blow up. Like,
really?
It went from like, okay, I'm just working part-time at the gym, like went in the front desk, to like, oh, I'm like training these kids like 15, 20 hours a week now.
Oh, wow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, and for those of you that don't know, this guy was also not only a strong man, but he was also a D-line. O-line.
Center.
That's right. You were a center for the CU Buffs.
Yep.
Which is a pretty fucking big team for those of you that don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were Pac-12 South champions 2016.
Yeah.
And it, you know, like just God keeps busting me in these ways. Like it started, I was literally just working the front desk at the gym, and one of the offensive linemen who went to Fairview, which is where I used to teach, works out at that gym too. And he goes, hey, I'm going to University of Maine on a scholarship to play offensive line. Can you get me ready? I got 3 months. I was like, I don't know what that looks like, but let's figure it out.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Right.
Yeah. And, you know, we do a couple sessions and he loves what we're doing. I'm figuring it out. I'm studying and stuff and figuring all that out. All of a sudden he goes, hey, I got 3 other guys who want to join. I'm like, okay, let me figure out what I need to charge here.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
What is industry standard?
Yeah, like, do I need insurance? So now I got a crew of 6 dudes, and after the football season, there's this guy who works out of the gym, and he owns a like kind of strength and conditioning business that works out of the gym.
Yeah.
Okay.
And him and his family are moving to New Jersey at the end of the year.
Okay.
And he came to me, he goes, hey, I got this business. I got these 20 clients. I can't really coach them from New Jersey. So he goes, how about this? Let's make a deal. Will you, I program for the next 6 months, I mentor you. Mm-hmm. He's also a physical therapist.
Okay.
He's like once a week, I'll take you through some basic physical therapy things. We split the profits in half for the next 6 months just to help me transition.
Yeah.
And he goes, and then after those 6 months, the business is yours.
Wow.
And I'm like, what is going on? Like,
right.
I just,
dude.
yeah. But man, I love it. I've never watched this much football in my life.
Oh, I bet.
Last Thursday, and I'm very blessed because my wife loves football.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
So
dude.
we
Makes
went
it
to
easy.
the Silver Creek versus Monarch game last Thursday, it was like 30 degrees. And I was like, yeah, let's go. And then we
You're
went to
like,
Fairview versus Rocky Mountain. And she's like, I'm in.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
then one of my boys is getting recruited by School of Mines. And School of Mines is number one in the nation. They played Western State or whatever, Colorado Western.
Yeah.
Who was undefeated. They were 9th last week. Mines beat them.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, I want to go. I want to see what
Yeah, I
this
wanna
is
see-
about. Like they're recruiting one of my boys.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was fun. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I never in my life would I have thought I'm going to go watch Division II football.
Yeah.
Right.
It snowed 10 inches.
Yeah.
But here I am, and I'm loving every second of
That's
it.
hilarious. And then I'm sure as you're walking by, people are just like, what the
Like,
fuck?
who is that
Why
guy?
isn't he on the field?
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, my wife was laughing at me the other day because I was watching a breakdown of some NFL game, and then I was watching the University of Maine tape on my phone, and she's like, you like what you're doing right now, don't you? I'm like,
She goes, "You're
what,
into
what
this."
gave it away?
That's awesome. Because, I can't get my wife to watch a game of football to save my life. I'm super big into like fantasy for the NFL and all of that. No, she'll get on her phone.
Right, no, pay attention.
Yeah, that would definitely not work. But it's cool
Yeah.
that she's all into football and
Well, she's probably more into it than I am because she plays fantasy football and I don't. I never got into it.
yeah.
But every Sunday she goes, okay, we got to watch Bills versus Jacksonville.
yeah,
Right.
And I'm like, all right.
twist my arm.
Wow.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you guys were champions back in 2016. That's
I
awesome.
didn't either.
Yeah. We it was our CU's one winning season for like 15 years.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to 9th in the country.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then
That's a
kind
big
of-
deal for a D1 league.
Yeah, they imploded a little bit in the last 6 years. And then Coach Prime's here.
I was gonna say, especially in the last 7-8 months with Prime being here.
It's been so fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't even imagine. Do you keep in touch with any of those guys or?
No, I only know a couple guys who are there. Yeah, most of them have gone and different
kinda
schools,
figured.
different coaches, like different teams and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, college is a revolving door. Every 4 years is a whole new set of faces.
yeah.
But that's awesome. So how did I'm sure I asked you about this the last time. How hard was that transfer going from being a lineman to a strongman?
Honestly, I wouldn't say it was hard.
Was it?
I think it's kind of similar. Like instead of trying to impose your will on a human being, you're trying to impose your will on an 805 deadlift or
Right.
350-pound sandbag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I took 3 years off of lifting after college. I would like go to the gym like once a month and, hit 225.
Right,
Like,
right.
still got it. Then when COVID happened, I was just sitting at home all day, right?
Yeah.
And joined the gym. And then within 2 weeks, I hit a 405 bench.
Dude.
Yeah, man, this is
That's
still kind of
good.
strong. And I did not know that strongman was a thing.
Okay.
As of June 2020, I had no idea that strongman was a thing.
Yeah.
And then I, again, sitting at home looking through YouTube, I see like History's Strongest Man.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And it was Brian Shaw, Nick Best, Eddie Hall, and Robert Oberst.
Yep.
Yep.
And the only concept I knew of strongman was the mountain.
Yep.
I'm like, okay, so they're all 6'9",
Right,
450
huge, right.
pounds. And then I was like, oh, Nick Best and Eddie Hall, they're my size. I kind of look like Eddie Hall, body type. Oh, and he won World's Strongest Man. So I literally Googled strongman competitions near me. There was one 2 weeks from then.
Yeah, the one in Brighton, huh?
The one in Brighton, it was in the middle, like, what?
The battle at the brewery
Battle
or
at
whatever.
the-
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like in an alleyway.
Dude.
Yeah.
In the back. Oh my
I saw
goodness.
the event pictures of that one and I was just like
Yeah.
that's a great comp.
That was it, but that is the epitome of strongman. And you know what? I fell in love with the sport.
Absolutely.
yeah.
From in the middle of a dirt alleyway that 20 by 20 feet.
That's just it. It's either dirt alleyways or parking lots.
Yeah.
It is, bro.
It's hardly ever that you'll get into an actual like venue.
Absolutely.
Until you get to the Shaw Classic
Yeah.
or until you get to an actual stage. Most of the time it's just like, well, this is the only place that somebody would allow us to slam concrete balls onto the
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
So
I
it
mean,
is what it is.
It's
It
true.
was, I fell in love with the sport right then and there. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
now I can use my strength for something than just sitting on the couch watching TV.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was. I love how that was my first competition, just in a dirt alleyway.
Right.
Yeah.
A life-changing experience in the back of an alley.
Yeah,
I've had a few of these.
I know. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that's amazing.
man.
Yeah, and look at where you are now, man.
yeah,
Jeez.
That's crazy.
Open up your doors. So that's awesome though, because now, like, not only, I mean, that's kind of goes back to what we were talking about of like life stress and stuff. Like now you have something outside of strongman, so you can almost take that mental break a little bit, but you're still circled in strength, still circled in being an athlete by teaching other people. And you get to watch football and like something that you
Yeah.
actually truly enjoy
Yeah.
and love, right? It's not like a homework assignment, like fuck.
Yeah.
You know, like if Brooke was coaching or something, be like, well, you got to watch football. You got fucking clients. And you know what I mean? So like it'd be a
No, thank you.
chore. Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
a chore. Now you're doing something out of enjoyment, which now is putting less stress on the body. It's actual enjoyment.
Yeah.
It's your job. And then on top of it, you're still keeping honed in on the whole athlete aspect and
Yeah.
everything else. So I think that's a really good circle to
Yeah.
get you progressed very fast.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
and it's fun too, just because, this going from teaching, I was helping people get better.
Right.
Kind of shifted from like, how do I teach a kid with autism how to say good morning?
Right.
Now it's like, it's so fun to just see the development. Like a lot of what I do isn't even just like the weightlifting part and then the running offense line drills. Like that's easy.
Right.
Like, that's the easiest part, but kind of helping develop these, 15 to 18-year-old minds
Very true.
just to be men.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
strong, like not strong men, but like
No,
strong
strong men.
men.
Strong
with-
space, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
like powerful personalities and, just men.
Yeah.
A lot of what I do, like I was never taught when I was in high school how to be a leader,
Right.
but I ended
Yeah.
up being a captain for 2 years in high school and 2 years in college.
Oh, damn.
And it wasn't until my junior year of college where my coach kind of was like, hey, you got voted team captain. This is what that means. Here's how you do it. In high school, I was just kind of going, having fun. I didn't know what it meant
Yeah.
to be a captain.
Right.
So, one of my boys, the boy who's getting recruited by School of Mines, he's a captain. So I've been mentoring him.
To kind of change that mindset over into being a leader instead of just being a football player.
Yeah. And it's been so fun to watch his development over the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Like even his mom,
Yeah.
she caught me at one of the games the other day. She goes, there's something different about him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. He's just like, his head's always held high. His chest is out. He's like, and he's a smart kid. I mean, he's getting recruited by School of Mines.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is he going to do one of the sweet haircuts? Have you seen all of that?
Yeah, I have seen that.
Have you?
He's one who would definitely try that. But his dream is to go play at Penn.
Okay.
Okay.
Penn
Ivy
State.
League. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
okay.
not Penn State, Penn.
Yeah, I was going to say, not
oh,
Penn State.
oh.
Yeah, the Quakers.
Ah.
So that's just the kind of mind he has. But yeah, I mean, just what his mom was just, I got goosebumps. She's like, she was telling me like just the difference in mindset. Like he wakes up with a focus, and it was funny. Like there's so Fairview has a sophomore center, a 15-year-old. He's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But-
This podcast is sponsored by Premier TRT and Med Spa. Make sure you guys go over to www.premiertrt.com to get all of your testosterone, hormone, and peptide needs.
Absolutely. And just overall general health. I mean, you guys want to be checked out by the best in the business and people that actually care about you and your well-being and your overall health, whether it's strides and strength, admirations, or just a healthy living style. You guys cannot beat Premier TRT and Med Spa. Great family-owned style business, and you're just one of the family. And as always, get yourself checked.
Either that or go check them out at 12774 Colorado Boulevard, Suite 141 in Thornton, Colorado. Yeah. Go over there and tell Melanie we said that we sent you, Tell them that Built for War sent us.
That's right. You were hanging out with us last night, chilling. and you need to come get checked. So, bam, there you are.
Yeah. For a low price, they'll check you out. They'll get you what you need and get you out the door so you can be back to living a healthy, lovely lifestyle like everybody else.
That's the American dream.
That's the American dream.
It really is. But no, for real, guys, always we say keep an eye on your health, and there's nobody better.
Yeah.
Premier. And family, and just, man, you just become one of the family, okay?
You're part of the familia now.
For real. You're under my protection, okay?
Well, thank you for sponsoring us, Premier TRT, and thank you to you.
Always.
We'll see you guys. This podcast is sponsored by Cerberus Strength USA. Make sure that you guys go to cerberus-strength.us for all of your Cerberus needs.
Yeah, absolutely. They're the absolute best. They're coming up in the game. They're owning the game. Cerberus Strength is the best quality product you can possibly wear.
I mean, I tell you what, whenever I think of strongman or powerlifting nowadays, I think of Cerberus.
Dude, I think about Cerberus every day.
I mean, because I wear Cerberus every day.
It looks super sick.
It does. Make sure that if you guys want any of the gear, the equipment, accessories, apparels, they're even coming out with supplements now.
Absolutely.
Make sure that you guys go check out Cerberus Strength.
For real. They're literally one of the best in the business. Probably the best in the business. They're sponsoring everybody from strongman athletes to all the strength sport athletes out there, taking over the game. And you just know you're in safe and good hands when you rock Cerberus Strength.
And make sure that you use our code B4WAR at checkout to save you 10% at checkout.
Absolutely. And their packages always arrive, no problems, shipping, everything. So B4WAR, get you 10% off.
And thank you to Cerberus for sponsoring this podcast.
Absolutely. We love you.
We love you. Oh, yeah. Here
On
it is.
Halloween.
Shut
Yes.
Dude, yeah.
No way.
So they took all of these pictures for their, I'm sure that's going to be really the best one, but
Yeah.
yeah, there's the whole, what was it? I think the whole O-line did all different haircuts like
Bro.
this.
Yeah.
It is
Sick.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Man, that one right there.
That one, bro.
Can you grow that when you go to the world stage?
Oh, man. Yeah, I probably could. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Talk about shock and awe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
here's
there
a
he
few
goes.
others, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
That one is sick.
That one is sick.
Is that
He looks
Rufio
good.
from
Dude,
from
it is.
the hook.
The Hook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
This dude looks like every other dude that I
Dude.
grew up with.
Absolutely.
Back when the 2000s pop culture was a big thing.
Dude.
Yeah.
Blasting some Chemical Romance.
Yes.
And shit.
It's so funny.
Oh, my God.
That's cool, though. That's a
sick.
big deal for him to
Yeah.
go to the School of Mines.
Yeah.
Is that what he wants to major in? I know that you said he was going to.
Well, that's
Penn.
kind of his backup option. He's gotten a few Division II offers. His dream is Penn, but School of Mines is kind of the next best offer, and he wants to do business.
Okay.
And I was like, well, you could do like oil business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so he texted this sophomore he's going to be a great football player. He's like, you better not go out tonight on Halloween. And you know what? The 15-year-old starting center said, okay, I'll listen to you.
Nice.
Yeah, so I was like, wow, that's good for you, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would have been like, yeah, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go drink.
You're not my dad.
Yeah, you're not my dad. That is some shit I would have said too.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Dude, it's got to be cool because I think that's why like a lot of it's a stupid fucking comparison, but like gardeners, they love gardening because you plant the seed, you watch it grow and
Right.
flourish into
Absolutely.
something that is beyond what you can do.
Absolutely.
And no, that it's got to be super enlightening and like really like fulfilling for you to be
Yeah.
able to do that, especially because with your past of being, you know, a national champion athlete and then going into strongman like this, kind of being able to bring people along the way with you, even though your paths are maybe a little different at this time, it still has to be super fulfilling.
Yeah. I mean, it's great too, just because I'm kind of going through a period of a lot of growth too.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's like, hey, I know exactly where you're at. You know, that was 13 years ago for me.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And now like, but they also see, like, high schoolers are smart because they can see if you're faking it or not.
Oh, 100%.
So I'm like, hey, we got to work on this and this. It's like, and it's something I'm working on too.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that, just like ultimate focus and stuff.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So they can see that because they train around the same time I do too.
Oh, okay.
So, I'm getting up for a set and they're just kind of like, oh, okay.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
all right, he is working.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's working his butt off.
Well, and that's just it, kind of what we always talk about, like respecting of a coach is like practice what you preach. Like, you're not out here just like drilling these dudes and like, you're not doing shit. And, like,
I mean, anyone, you could do that. You could tell people to run up and down.
Go run reps. What are you doing over here? Go do fucking deadlifts.
Yeah.
Get over there. And I'm going to go sit over here and eat a sandwich. Like,
right.
you know what I mean? So
Right.
like you said, not only you honing basically their spirit of the person, but then physically, mentally, they see that you're doing it as well. And this is a forever thing. Like, you're constantly progressing and everything. So that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it's really fun.
That is really cool. Wow. God, so good. No, that is.
I just like staring at him
I know,
sometimes
I know,
after he
dude.
gets done because it flusters him. He goes, he short circuits up
Yeah, I
there.
do.
so agree. Is it? Yeah. Well, I always tell people, I'm like, I'm
His
okay
hands
with
start
awkward
coming.
silence. I was a teacher.
That's true.
It's like, any questions?
I can literally sit here and stare at you for 3 minutes without making a sound.
Yeah.
I can only do that because I grew up by myself. So no, I'm just kidding. You get used to the silence when you're by yourself in your room.
That's true.
Oh
It's
man,
terrible.
that's funny. So with teaching and all of that, though, it seems like you get quite a bit of turnaround with the parents. Like did the parents seem to put more into it as well since
The teaching or the coaching?
the coaching? Sorry. So like the kids that you're coaching, do the parents kind of like get more involved with it too as they see their kids do better? Or how does that all kind of work out? Because that is one thing that I've always been curious about, because it seems like you'll have these parents, fuck, I can't remember what the guy's name is, from The Blind Side, his adopted parents who put all of this hard work into him, and he actually became
The
something.
Tillies, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen that
Tillies
movie.
or something like that.
So Michael Orr?
Yeah, Michael
Yeah.
Orr, yeah.
Yeah, so they put all this hard work into him and everything, and he became something. But then you'll also get these random kids that don't get anything put into them, and they still flourish and they still kind of do better. And then the parents, as they're growing, the parents kind of hop on board. Is that something that you see, or is that kind of hit or miss? I mean, because you said you've got what, 20 kids?
I'm going to.
Going
I
to.
have 6 right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're gonna have 20
I'm gonna
kids.
have- yeah.
Okay.
I haven't really noticed that. It's. I feel like. I don't want to say the parents aren't involved. I think it's more so the parents just don't understand
Right.
of what being a good O line or D lineman really means.
Right. What
That's
it takes.
So they kind of see like, oh hey, Fairview won 64-20 yesterday. Something's working,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
right? And honestly, it's just I feel like God's calling me to just kind of help build strong men,
Right.
Yeah.
and not again
And
like
we
not
know
like
right,
strong
right,
men,
Yeah,
but
we know
like
what you mean.
Men
know.
that are actually
men.
Yeah, right.
men that are
Yeah.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's cool to help with that and be on that journey with them. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, and I'm still like a year into this, not even a year into it. So I'm sure there will be more parents that are involved. But so far they're like, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Like, let me know if he's being a knucklehead. And I'm like, all right, we'll do.
Yeah. I guess. All right.
Yeah.
Well, see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just I only ask because like I do a lot of like addiction counseling and all of that for just random clients that either one will come through the church, or two that I used to talk to way back in the day, people that'll like, obviously I don't charge these people because I want other people to be their best self, and like most of the time addicts don't have all that much money, so
Yeah.
it'd be like kind of wrong for me to be like, hey, well, I know you just got a $300 paycheck, but
Right.
I'm gonna need 200 of it.
Yeah.
No, but I've always noticed that once addicts start to kind of like turn themselves around and like get back on their feet and start doing good and start building that momentum, their parents, no matter how old they are, will kind of like jump on board and start to throw in more support. And I'm not saying that that's like how your kids are by any means necessary. I was just curious if you had seen something like that. So,
I mean, I'm sure as it develops more, there will be. But
Right.
so far, it's just a solid group of kids. Their parents like, whatever you need, let us know.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
yeah, I was going to say, I always watch when they're doing their drills and everything on your
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah, I
That
was
one
gonna
was
say I
hilarious,
always
by the
see
way.
the drills.
Thank you.
I always see the drills.
There's one up, if you go back up, right there.
Oh, duh.
Yeah, and these kids woke up early on a Sunday to do this.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, so this is the sophomore. He's going to be a heck of a football player. This is the little
That
freshman.
guy
Yeah.
right there.
This is the guy going play college football.
That guy.
Okay.
Yeah. This another guy is going to go play big kid, 6'2", like 295.
Dude, for real.
Yeah. This freshman, I'm excited to see. He's so quick.
Yeah.
Oh, he's so fast.
Does he want to do O-line as well, or?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay.
all these guys are all-line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Is that? I guess I never really asked too. Is that all that you train, or do you train any bit in like any other? I don't know, position per se.
Well, yeah. So right now I do O and D line, just drill work.
Okay.
When I start taking over this other business, I'm going to learn how to like work with like, hey, one of them's a lacrosse player.
Okay.
And I don't really know. I know O line very well and D line, but like I don't know how to make a lacrosse player better at lacrosse through the weight room.
Yeah.
And that's what this guy's gonna kind of mentor me with.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay,
I'm excited for the opportunity.
Hell
of
yeah.
like, yeah, I got a lacrosse player, I got a soccer player, I got a girls track player. So
Okay.
I don't know how to do that.
Right,
but,
right.
Yeah, I'm
but
definitely not Forrest Gump.
yeah, I know the basics of training, and we'll
Right.
build from
Yeah.
there. Of like, okay, how do I make this O lineman an absolute freak, and how do I make this little track girl the fastest she can be?
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Well, and those are just basic things. Like, again, you'll learn, like, the basics of what they're doing. But what you're saying, like, what you're teaching people, like, I believe a lot of people have so much untapped potential if they would stay in it long enough to see that potential, right? And, like, so you helping them, mentoring them, really, and you'll learn the steps of a lacrosse and like a track, and you'll get into the nitty gritties of it. But you teaching them and fueling their discipline and fueling their drive, and why are you doing this, and so that they can progress for that long duration of time. Like that's what's gonna make them like, dude, you could fucking take over every sport.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're just like, it's almost like a guru in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Like it's. Over the years, you could figure out baseball, you could figure out all these different techniques, but really, those are just movement patterns, you know what I mean, that you can hone in a gym and whatever. But what is driving that momentum to do such things? And like you're teaching that, so that's huge, dude. So that's really cool, man.
Now, how long have you been a pastor for? Because
you know what I was thinking? So
oh boy,
for those of you that don't know, Pastor Andrew Morrison of Reunion Church of Commerce City, right?
Yep.
He invited me to speak at his church, and I always call Andrew the world's strongest pastor.
Yeah.
And I spoke at his church. I was like, Andrew,
You know
does
what
that
this
mean
means,
I'm
right?
the world's strongest pastor now? I spoke at your church. But, and then I actually 3 days later, I spoke at a youth group in Frederick.
Okay, I was gonna ask, is
Yeah.
that what? Let's see, this one was.
Yeah, that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
I did see that. I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So-
wondering because I was like, I know he wasn't wearing that shirt at my church.
Yeah. So I'm like, man, if I, maybe if I speak twice a year, I can take that
You could take that title, bro.
title from Andrew. I put the world's strongest Sunday school pastor on
I
there.
did see that. The world's strongest Sunday school
Sunday school
teacher.
teacher. Yeah. So once a month, I volunteer with the special needs classroom at my church, and I'm like, all right, Andrew, I'm coming for that title. World's strongest pastor.
Sick.
I'm gonna be leveling up to this.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. No, you did a really good job at the at reunion, because that's where I go. And then all of a sudden you walked in, and I was like,
Like, what's
I
he doing
know
here?
this guy.
Also, I didn't recognize Austin when I walked in because he was completely clean shaven. And I was like,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I had just shaved off my entire face.
Oh.
So I remember watching you kind of like look me up and down and like, I know you from
Right.
somewhere, but
Double
it never
took,
like,
yeah.
it didn't click until I started talking. Then he was like, oh,
well, and then the previous time I saw Austin, he had a
Right.
beard
Oh,
down
yeah.
to here.
yeah.
So it was literally, I was like, what?
Dude.
I do know you.
Yeah.
What is, yeah.
That will be back. I promise you
Yeah.
that you'll be able to recognize me.
I recognize Austin now, so don't worry.
By the way, for those of you that know, I got a new hat.
I did see your new hat.
This guy has the same one.
Oh, okay. Sick. Andy.
That's where I got it from. I'm in a special club. But yeah, I had originally had shaved it all off because I wanted to make sure. Oh yeah, that it was definitely large and in charge last time.
Dude.
Oh, actually, it wasn't really even that big.
I think you just can't really tell because you have a black shirt on.
No, that's still down to your chest. Yeah,
it's huge.
Is it?
You just can't
Yeah,
see
you
it because
can't
of
really tell.
the black
Oh,
shirt.
I'm looking at Ryan in the corner.
I know, Ryan.
That's fair.
Yeah.
We were drinking those orange sickle things.
Yeah, those are
Remember
good. Those are good.
Dude, I'm a little bigger than I was.
Oh, dude,
then.
you're way thicker.
Holy
now.
crap.
You're way fucking thicker.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
funny how,
but I will say your facial hair looks a lot better now.
Thank you.
dude,
Your beard
for
looks
real.
great.
It does.
It
yeah.
filled out.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, and the other part too, I'll get it hooked up real quick. The other part too is if you hear the audio is always what kills me whenever we have
Dude.
somebody who we've always or already had in like on the podcast. I'm gonna turn that down so that way it doesn't blow out our eardrums. But I've always noticed like as soon as you listen to that audio and then you listen to the audio now, it is such a night and day difference.
There's like 6 heavyweights, and everyone's like, wow, there's
Yeah.
6 heavyweights here.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
amazing.
it was a big deal.
That sounds
I
so
ended up
bad.
taking third in that.
So bad.
Behind Saul,
That's right.
I forget his last name, and then yeah, Collins. so a lot better now.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Such a long time ago.
Yeah.
Feels like it.
So see, for those of you that are watching on the YouTube, you'll see it's a lot better than it used to be.
We told you we're progressing.
Everybody is on the up and up with
Yeah.
this.
So I was also going to ask you: does your clients, the guys, do they look at you more as like, yeah, your coach and everything else, or do they also like, are they down like super into your strongman as well, like your what your path is?
Oh yeah.
They're interested. They're like, hey, I saw you hit that 805.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, oh, that log looked crazy, but yeah, they're high schoolers.
Yeah,
They're,
okay.
they're in their own little world.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I kind of figured.
you know,
Okay,
they
okay.
I have 2 tests today. You know,
Becky just fucking ghosted me, bro.
yeah, dude, like literally, that's
How is that? Because you're basically like you're like another parent to these kids.
Yeah.
Do they bring any kind of like that drama to you and are like, how do I handle this, Dad?
well. Okay, so here's the problem. I love the drama. so whenever my wife hears like something juicy at work, she goes, "All right, I got a story for you." I'm like, "Okay, hold on.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Let's get a little wine." Okay, I'm listening.
baby.
But I'm like, all right, we only have an hour of work to do. There's only an hour. It's like I do want to hear about why this guy's converting to be a Muslim, but we got some work to do. True story, by the way.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Is it because of what is happening in the world today? The converting of the Muslim.
I don't know yet.
Okay.
We're gonna follow up on that one.
All right,
but-
he'll be back next week.
Yeah. They're just high schoolers. They want to be edgy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely.
it's like
Everybody wants to be that thing that's not a thing, but it is a thing.
Right.
God, he walks
like,
his
oh,
own path,
Yeah.
man.
it's like, oh, like everyone's looking to Israel. All right, well, I'm going to be a Muslim now.
Yeah, exactly,
You know, it's
right.
like, all right, you're 17 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Next week, you're going to be like, you're going to go to like a synagogue.
That's hilarious.
Oh man, that's cool.
Man, that takes me back to the old high school days because I forget about that shit sometimes, even though I'm
Oh, bro.
only. How old are you?
30.
30. Okay. Yeah. So I'm about to be 30 here next year, but yeah. So you've been out of school just as long as me. When did you graduate high school?
2011.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was 12, so that makes sense.
Oh.
He doesn't want to answer.
06, baby.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I mean when you
Don't
said
let his
how
looks
old,
fool you.
Yeah.
He actually is.
when
old.
you're like, I only got 5 years. What are you talking about, bro? I got 5 years and I'm in masters.
That's right. That's right.
You got 10 years.
Yeah. Well, one of my clients is 48 right now. He
Is
goes,
he?
they got that 50 plus class at
He said,
OSG.
hell
I'm
yeah.
like, hey, but all right, we'll make it happen. Let's see
Hell
what we
yeah.
got to do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's too late when you stop. But if you keep
Exactly.
going, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it's ever going to be too late to
Dude,
get
look-
into something.
No.
Who knows? By the time we're 60, there might be a 60 plus class.
Well, and that's just Mark Felix. He's just going to set the standard
yeah.
Yeah.
because he's already in his 60s, isn't he?
No, he's 57.
Yeah.
57. That's right. Late
Yeah.
50s. So
But
he's
he,
like,
I mean, he's competed at Worlds at 56.
Dude,
Dude's,
yeah.
dude is still pulling like 800
that's
for
what
reps.
I mean. It's crazy,
Yeah.
bro. The only thing I've seen that has affected him massively is, and it was never a strong suit for him anyway, was his overhead press.
Yeah.
You know, he still pulls like a monster. Still
Says
sets
he-
like the world record every year on the
Says he was born in 66.
crazy, bro.
I don't know how to do
Can
the
do
math.
the math. Oh, there. Wait. Oh, no.
It just says, yeah.
Yeah.
Says he's 23 over here.
Yeah.
Hold on. 57.
57.
57, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So who knows? By the time
absolutely.
we're 57, there might be a 60 plus class.
Absolutely.
Dude, I almost guarantee there will because the sport of strongman has grown so much. I don't know if you've noticed, but like just in the last year.
Oh,
Because
even since I started the last 3 years.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah.
like I started in 19. I basically just like walked into a gym wanting to sign up for a powerlifting competition. And then they're like, well, we have this strongman thing. I was like,
Yeah.
sure, I'll give it a shot. I just
Right,
wanted to
right.
compete. And yeah, that was I want to say March or February of 19. And just from that time, it was like you had to scrounge something up for a competition.
Yeah.
Local.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, out of the 20 that's going on this year, which one should I choose?
Oh,
Like,
easily.
if you wanted to compete 10 times in a year locally, you could.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Easily.
Absolutely.
I mean, shit, just us, we're putting on 4 shows next year,
That's what I mean.
but we're also doing money.
Yeah. So tell me about the one in December.
So the one in December is going to be kind of a trial run for a series that we're doing. Kind of
Okay.
like a clash, kind of like the PSL,
Yeah.
one of those
Oh,
things
okay.
where it's
Okay.
going to have 3 competitions, basically like the Arnold 2. 3 competitions that will do small payouts.
Yep.
You can either compete in all 4 or all 3 to get to that 4th, or if you take first, you're automatically entered into the finals.
Yep.
To where we want to have, like in the finals, we want to have a $10,000 prize purse, 10,000 minimum, and that's
I'm interested.
yeah. So that's something like with the one that we're putting on in December right now. Our prize purse right now is up to $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's across
yeah,
everything though. So when people hear prize purse, they think, oh, that's what
Across
I can.
all the classes.
Yes,
Right, across
that is
So,
across
so the winner's
all
going
the
to take
classes.
home $100 or something. For
Yeah.
as of right now.
As of right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
But
yeah.
the more athletes that we get, obviously, the more that it's going to increase. We don't want to walk away with money. We'll take enough money to be able to buy like all the trophies and
Right.
basically cover costs. And then the rest of it, we want to give back to the community.
Yeah.
So like we partnered up with Airwave. They sent out $400 worth of shit for us. We've got a few different, there's a place called Divine Wellness and Massage. She's hooking up all of the first place winners with free hour-long therapy massages. Shields is giving us
Shields
fucking
helping us out,
gift cards.
Yep.
So first place, second place, and third place is going to walk away with like cold hard cash and fucking prizes.
Yep.
Now, I saw that you guys just got the Strongman Corp, not sponsor, but
Sanction?
Sanction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, with that kind of 4th championship, would you ever consider doing a pro-am?
So we will be doing a pro-am for that.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
on-
the goal.
The final is going to be a pro-am.
Pro-am. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's basically, it's going to lead up into being,
SC Sanction Pro-am.
yes. because
very interested.
a lot of people like to go the SC route because USS kind of once you get to
Nationals,
Worlds,
yeah,
it's kind of like a dead end. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you won Worlds. What's next?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing else to go to. At least with SC, and of course we'll swap back and forth so that way if people want to compete to go to USS Nats, so
Yeah.
we'll do an SC show, USS, SC, USS,
Yeah.
and then the finals is going to be a Pro-Am SC show to where we're talking with the owner of SC right now to see about possibly making that an Arnold invite.
yeah.
Oh, so it wouldn't be a Pro-Am then. It would be a
No, it would. Sorry, I'm saying I'm not Arnold.
America's Strongest Man.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. I am very interested now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're trying to make this something to where like local people around Colorado can actually get their money's worth. I mean, everybody fucking trains their ass off around here. And
yeah.
I'm not putting down on anybody else that is a promoter by any means necessary.
not at all.
But when I say this is I believe personally that local athletes should be able to get some type of a payout, even if like first place gets their fucking money back for their entry
Right,
fee.
absolutely.
I think that it's extremely doable. I mean, our first comp, we only had 60 people and like we didn't really have any money left over, but that was because we put so much money into the equipment and all of that. And then we ended up giving away a few things and there was a lot going into that because it was our first competition that we had ever put on. So now it's turning into what else can we do?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's our biggest thing is like being able to give people money, cold hard cash.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, if I knew that I was going to a comp and say we had, a $10,000 prize purse for light, middle, and open,
Dude, you'll get such a high caliber of
Oh,
athletes.
absolutely. When you get that kind of money
Yeah.
going.
I mean, just looking at the Olympic City guys that are coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. There's like real payouts.
I competed against was Josh Hatfield. He won Rainier, and man, like that is a caliber of athlete who can compete at Worlds next year.
But and that's also something where we can charge, $100 to $150 for a competition at the very end of the finals. Be able to bring in enough money to be like, okay, you worked your fucking ass off for this. Here's $2,000 for taking first.
Right.
That'd be sick.
I don't know who the fuck else is doing anything like that, at least around here, or really anything on these local stages.
Well, not even. I mean, there's Rainier for Pro-Ams.
Yeah.
Because I'm at the stage where I'm thinking of qualifying for like
Absolutely.
America's Strongest Man, the Shot
Right.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, there's Rainier, and there's Olympic City.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
mean,
nothing
like
else.
it'd be amazing if we could. I feel like Colorado is starting to become
Dude,
a hub
Colorado,
of strength sports.
it
Well,
is.
it's so central.
Yeah.
Everybody can flock here. It's not like we're
And
living in
everyone wants to come to Colorado.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'll come
Fuck.
compete and then spend a weekend in the mountains.
Exactly. And then they
Yeah.
move here and then they're fucking up my roads because they don't know how to drive. 'Cause
Michael. Michael. But yeah, that's kind of what our thought process
Yeah.
is. So this one that we're putting on here in December is going to be kind of like the forefront just to make sure that everything operates financially wise
Yeah.
of how we want it to.
Yeah.
Novice will not get paid out.
No.
Novice will not get anything because we've made that very clear from the day one that like novice is great to get started.
Yeah.
We all did the fucking novice scene.
Right. Get people into the sport.
Well, you didn't. You went straight to open, didn't you?
Yeah. I was, at
Hard
first
ass.
comp, I was looking at the weights. I was like, I can hit those.
Yeah.
I don't need to do the novice.
Yeah. So that's kind of our thought process on it is like the people who are in the open that claim to be a strongman, like if you are what you say you are, you should get paid for it.
Absolutely.
Like if you show up and show out, like you should get fucking paid for it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're charging $100 a person, there's 100 people that show up. That's $10,000.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's a decent comp. We can get a good fucking venue for way less
Way
than
less than
fucking
that.
way less than that.
And
Like
then just through each one, like we're buying a lot, like for this first show, like we're buying a lot of equipment just for this comp. So the amount of eventually, like, I look at it as like kind of like we want to bring like a Giants Live into Colorado. Like
Yeah.
legitimately, like, Darren Sadler, he was an old strongman. He did it, put it back into the sport. And like, I love that. And I would love to do that and like love to promote comps. They're so much fun.
They're so much fun.
And like, so eventually they get it up to that level. But because eventually like the more shit we buy out of each comp and everything, like then you're just gonna have a stock hold, right? Like if you see the Giants Live warehouse, they just use the same shit. So they're not putting money into it. So you're getting more money for the athletes, more money for the venue. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and at that point too, we can do something big like the Wheel of Pain.
Yeah, it's big
to where
shit.
it's a lot of fucking money to go into it. That comes out one time a year, and when it comes out, it's a big fucking deal. People get to play with some really fucking cool shit.
Yeah.
And get paid for it. That's my biggest thing. Is like an athlete is like, fuck, dude, if I did a competition, and if I took first in a competition, my fucking entry fee was at least paid for, that would be fucking cool.
Huge.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, so you're speaking of this equipment, guys. Now, what do you feel about, you saw that reel I posted earlier, bringing back full-size cake tosses.
Oh,
Dude,
this one
you
right
love
here.
that damn
No,
cake.
that one was the pony cake at Estes.
No, that's
Okay.
funny.
If
We're
you
the
go
only
to
one-
the, have you
yeah.
ever had a Snapchat from a girl or whatever? Is that the? Oh no, not that one.
No.
Oh, I think I just posted my story. That's not that one.
Okay.
I know you don't see. We are. I think.
No,
we're,
it was a few weeks ago.
Oh, damn it.
But it was, you guys were testing your max cake
Yeah.
toss thing.
Yeah.
And John Cotton and I were like,
Yeah.
all right, hey, let's see how you can get this
Yeah.
thing. We both hit 21 feet, I think it was.
Yep.
Dude,
And I'm
everything
like-
went so good that Saturday, and then it fucking fell
did it?
apart. Yeah, you were there. Remember we did.
I don't,
No, he
I
was
was
just there for
at-
the clinic.
I was
Yeah,
there for
that's what I'm
that,
saying.
but
Or
that
I'm sorry,
was,
not Saturday.
was I at Nationals? I was out of town that
the
weekend.
clinic. I'm sorry, the clinic. That's what I mean. Like the clinic went great. You and Cotton, all of you guys.
Yeah, we got to like
Hawking-
21 feet.
Dude,
Like, all right,
you guys
looks
got
good.
it good. And then on the day of the comp, it fell apart.
I know
Like,
our backdrop that we had with all the tires and everything, it worked
Just-
great. And then I can't remember somebody. Oh no, we changed up the apparatus.
We had changed
last
it.
minute, and it fucking
and it just
hit it and blew it
yeah,
apart.
they kept
and we weren't-
smacking it like perfectly and just blowing it apart. So, but yeah, that was I've never seen like full cake tosses like that.
Yeah,
which is
it's
great
gonna
for
be
you guys.
2 years ago. It's going to be a while. But
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
I could scroll down here for a hot minute.
Yeah,
but
look at all these. Wow,
look at this guy.
look at him.
Look at this guy at the Greater Columbus Convention
Oh, yeah.
Center.
There's Derek.
Yeah, so that's our main thought process behind everything.
So that's what's getting the ball going for that. So,
good.
yep.
So we're gonna expect you to
I
compete.
like the vision.
Yeah. Yeah, we've already. So we'll give you guys. Fuck it. We'll give you guys a sneak peek into what the first two comps are. If you guys have,
first two. All
if
right,
you
let's see
guys have
this.
already fucking gotten into it this long, we're already
Right, if
past
you're
an
still
hour.
here.
So if you guys are still here, here's what our first two is. So the Mile High Maniacs is what we're going to call this series. We're going to do max log, odd object medley. It's going to be a load medley, not just an
Yeah,
over the
actually
bar.
load it onto a platform.
Axle deadlift, hammer hold, and then power stairs. And then event 2 will be max height sandbag toss.
Full size cake.
Sandbag toss.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that right. Full size cake.
No, sandbag. Sandbag toss. Card deadlift, sandbag medley. Also loading axle rep for squats or axle squat for reps, and then axle clean and press.
Is
for reps.
540 a good weight for heavyweights?
This is for a squat.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's decent.
I'm just curious. I've always wondered how people pick weights for these.
So we went through the last few comps that we remembered having these squat reps.
Oh, okay.
And then kind of analyzed how did people do at a local level.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to be like competing at local shows and then getting to nationals for the finals. So once you get to the final, the weights are going to fucking get heavy.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah. No, these are just like, you want a show to run, but like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
those seem like easy to manage weights.
absolutely right. It's not going to be a 1 or 2er, but
Yeah, I mean, axle clean and press for 300 for heavyweight or open.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's completely doable. That'll get people reps. It'll get
Moving,
people moving.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, just stuff like this. And then max height sandbag toss will be 30 for the men, 15 for the women, which I think is also a doable. I mean, it's really going to see how fucking high people can hook a 30-pound bag.
That's pretty light.
Yeah,
It's pretty light. But we have a system to where we can get up to, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's gonna be high. Like you're gonna be flinging that
Yeah.
motherfucker.
But at that point, it's going to turn into, okay, is your technique down to where you
well, and
can
that's just
sling it
it.
all the way up, and it's
Exactly.
going to go over and
It's
set
not
up.
just power and grit. Like
Yeah.
you gotta,
Yeah.
You have to know exactly when to
release
release.
perfectly and
Exactly.
everything. So
Cool.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like the vision.
Yep. We just
I like
got-
the Pro-Am.
I'll bet you do. That's funny.
Yeah.
This is going to be way fucking
Now
back here.
you're this is my second competition now.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, this is
Tournament of Titans.
Tournament Titans the
Yeah.
second, or I guess the other one's the third one. Yeah, wait, if you scroll down, there's the
there it is.
there's the dirt lot.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, yeah.
Look at how skinny I was.
I know, dude.
Well,
Oh, wow.
I was still 330.
I was
but-
gonna say you were still huge though, because I remember
Yeah.
that was where I met you. And I was like,
Yeah.
"Who is
Look
this
at-
big
look at
old son of a
Connor.
bitch? I know, huh? Connor.
Yeah.
Look how little he is.
Yeah, we're all a little
You
bigger,
guys
a
are
little stronger
way
now.
well, and it's just like you're just thick. You know what I mean? From
Yeah.
the years of the training, like it
That's
changes.
Mr. Strauss.
That is stress.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Fucking what a time.
Oh yeah.
You used to have it on here, from what I remember, if you slinging that keg.
you got to go up. This is.
I was gonna
I
say,
wasn't a
now
strong
we're too
man then.
far.
Wait. This is 2020. When did we put on?
20,
So it was like June of 21, I think.
July of
July of 21?
Yeah,
Was
I think
it?
was 21.
So keep going up. That's January,
Where was that one?
February. Where?
Where was that?
Bowling Green, Kentucky.
That's right.
Okay. Because that was
Hey,
this is-
fit.
Oh yeah.
Going to nationals.
Turn
So that was in June.
Oh, it should. Oh,
There it
right
is.
here.
There it is. Yeah, that was at the clinic.
Oh yeah, bring that
Yeah.
back.
Bring that back.
Remember that. Remember that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That was a long time ago.
Dude.
That was fucking. It'll be 3 years in June, which I know June is like fucking 6 months away.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dude, the good old days.
Well, I think that's gonna do it for us.
Right on.
Thank you for coming on, Alex.
Yeah. Thanks for having me again, guys.
Yeah, bro.
Of course, like we always like to ask everybody, we want to see if it's changed. Do you rather love to win or hate to lose?
I love to win.
Fuck
Love
yeah.
that.
And why? Oh, got him.
Oh. I like the feeling of being better than everyone else.
I'm for it.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
First or last.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
Oh shit. Well, yeah, I think that'll do it for us. Mike, you got anything?
No, man. I just appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah. Thanks
Awesome.
again, guys.
Thanks for driving all the way down here. We really appreciate
Yeah,
dude.
having you on. Here we'll have to check in with you here in 4 or 5 months
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
get you
say.
back on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Sounds good to
4
me.
or 5 months, he's going to be maybe too busy to talk to us because he'll be at World's Strongest Man.
America's. Well, World's Strongest Man in like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. He'll never be too busy to talk to us,
I
Mike.
know.
We're too perfect.
Yeah.
Just kidding. All right. So we'll see you guys next week.
See you next week. Make sure you check out this guy, Alex Kelley. He's
Yep.
coming up in the sport. Where can everybody find you on the gram?
AK Power Coach.
AK Power Coach.
AK underscore.
AK
Power Coach.
underscore Power Coach. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So we'll have everything linked in the bio so that way you guys can get to it. So, yeah. Other than that, Mike,
We love y'all. Good job.
we love you. Stay strong.
That's right.
Stay hard. We'll talk to you
Get
guys
stronger.
later. Yeah. Get stronger. We'll talk to you guys later.
See ya.